Marriage is one of the most challenging of human relationships. It requires a lot of trust, patience, honesty, and above all else, a sincere commitment on the part of two human beings to seek ever-deepening levels of intimacy, love, and understanding. In the beginning of the ceremony, I would like to ask you, Conrad and Katrina, a few questions, and I'll ask you to respond so everyone can hear. So, Conrad and Katrina, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to one another in marriage?
I do.
Good answers. And one more question, do you promise to love one another as husband and wife for the rest of your lives?
I do.
Very well. As everyone can imagine, a very special feeling brought this couple here today, and it's a feeling that we all know because we all experience it from the very beginning of our life. And we of course are talking about love. And we experience love in all its shapes and forms. When we are born, we learn to love our parents, our mother and our father. And it's a very strong kind of love that we experience as children towards our family members. And when we grow up a little bit, we realize we may have brothers or sisters, cousins, and we love them as well. And this is yet another kind of love that we experience towards our family members. And also we share the love of friendship with many, many people throughout our lifetime. But when we grow up and become mature adults, we realize that we still have a lot more of that feeling left in our hearts. But this love is very special, because this love we can share with one person and one person only, and for the rest of our lives. And today, Katrina and Conrad, you're standing in front of one another, your family, and the law, because you found that very special person that you'll be sharing your love with for the rest of your lives. And this is a great joy. But love is not just a feeling. Love also is a very special commitment that people take upon themselves when they get married. And unlike all other commitments that may last, a couple of years or a couple of months or whatever, these commitments do not have an expiry date. They're eternal, and we call them marriage vows. And in a few moments, you will exchange those marriage vows with one another. And it's very important that you keep those words that you're going to say to one another close to your heart. And you may not remember every single word that you will exchange here today, but may the spirit of those words remain in your hearts forever. And just remember that for the relationship or for the marriage to be strong and work really well, you have to remind one another what you've said here today. So you have to repeat those words to one another. And just remember that every time when you wake up in the morning and look at one another with a smile, you're repeating those marriage vows. Every time when you say I love you, you're repeating the vows. Every time when you do something for one another, whether it's you sacrifice your time or anything you have, you're repeating those marriage vows. Keep repeating those marriage vows every day, continually. And your relationship will be a good example also to other couples. We talk about love a lot. We like to watch movies about love. We like to listen to songs about love. We like to hear our friends' stories about love. And we ourselves have personal stories about love. But one wise man wrote something beautiful about love that I would like to read to you today. And this is what he said. Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. It is never rude or selfish. It is not boastful or conceited. It does not take offense and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, but delights in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure whatever comes. Love never ends. Dear Conrad and Katrina, your family came here today to support you, and also because they also know that your love will never end. And as the time has come for you to exchange those sacred words of the marriage vows, and I'll ask you to look one another in the eyes as you pronounce those words and repeat them after me. And Conrad, I'll ask you as the man to say your vow first. So you can look Katrina in the eyes and repeat after me so everyone can hear. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I, Conrad.
I, Conrad.
Take you, Katrina.
Take you, Katrina.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
And to share.
And to share.
All of my life with you.
All of my life with you.
Its responsibilities.
Its responsibilities.
And its freedoms.
And its freedoms.
Its tensions.
Its tensions.
And its trials.
And its trials.
Its joys.
Its joys.
And and its pleasures,
and its pleasures,
to cherish,
to cherish,
to love,
to
to honor,
honor,
and to respect.
and to respect.
This is my heart's promise to you.
This is my heart's promise to you.
Well done. Now, Katrina, are you ready to do the same?
Yeah.
I'll ask you to look Conrad in the eyes and repeat after me. I, Katrina,
I, Katrina,
take you, Conrad,
take you, Conrad,
to be my husband
to be my husband
and to share
and to share
all of my life with you,
all of my life with you,
its responsibilities
its responsibilities
and its freedoms,
and its freedoms,
its tensions
its tensions
and its trials,
and its trials,
its joys
its joys
and its pleasures,
and its pleasures,
to cherish,
to cherish,
to love,
to love,
to honor,
to honor,
and to respect.
and to respect.
This is my heart's promise to you.
This is my heart's promise to you.
Well done. And now, Conrad and Katrina, the time has come for you to exchange the wedding bands. And as we all know, those rings have a very important meaning in the life of a couple, because they don't just remind us of the commitments that we give to one another for life, but anyone who will look at your hand will know that you belong to one another and that you live in the heart of one another. Conrad, I'll ask you to take Katrina's ring. And while placing this ring on her hand, please repeat after me. Katrina,
Katrina,
with all my love,
with all my love,
I give you this ring,
I give you this ring,
a symbol of the vows
a symbol of the vows
we have made to each other,
we have made to each other,
and as a token of my love.
and as a token of my love.
Excellent. Same thing. Conrad,
Conrad,
with all my heart,
with all my heart,
I give you this ring,
I give you this ring,
a symbol of the vows
a symbol of the vows
we have made to each other,
we have made to each other,
and as a token of my love.
and a token of my love.
Dear Conrad and Katrina, may these rings be for you a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love without beginning and without an end. And may they always remind you of the commitments that you make to one another here today. And now I have the most formal words of this ceremony that you've been probably waiting for some time. Conrad and Katrina, inasmuch as you've declared your willingness to be united in marriage, and have signified the same by the exchange of the rings and the vows, in the presence of these witnesses, therefore, I, by the power vested in me by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, and the government of the province of Ontario, and a marriage act, am honored and delighted to pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations. You can kiss your wife. Okay, now